What's good, everyone? Today I'll be talking about my top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Um, these are my opinions. Don't get mad because if your quarterback or something's on the list is if it's on the list or not, it's my opinion. And before we start, I'd like to give the honorable mentions that are really good but didn't make my top 10. All right, honorable mentions: Kirk Cousins. Yes, he's a really good quarterback, whether you like it or not. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, um, and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, he's solid, but it's pretty good. I would say he's top 15. Alright, at the number 10 spot, we have Dak Prescott, my quarterback for the Cowboys. And I already know if you guys are be like, oh my gosh, you're so biased. He's not top 10. Actually, he is. Before he got hurt, he was putting up amazing stats. 400 yards per game, 500 yards per game almost. He actually did one game. And Dak Prescott was slinging touchdowns. He was in the MVP conversation before he got hurt, which is really dope. And Dak Prescott will be better next year, I feel like, and he will show off. And Dak Prescott is a really good quarterback, whether you like it or not. One of the best quarterbacks in the league. That's why he's on the top 10 list, in my opinion. And yeah, coming at the number 9 spot, we have Ryan Tannehill. And you guys are like, Ryan Tannehill? Well, I'm going to tell you why. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Ryan Tannehill is very, very, very smart. You know, he knows before he throws the ball, he knows if it's a pick or not. He's already said that. And by the looks of it, when he does play, he's really, really good. He's putting up good stats. And, he's really smart. We saw last season that they were putting up good stats. Mainly it was Derrick Henry, but Ryan Tannehill, when he throws, when Derrick Henry can't run, and when Ryan Tannehill throws, he usually does good. Maybe he gets a couple INTs, but he's a pretty smart quarterback. Number 8, we have Russell Wilson. Obviously at the first half of the season, we saw him like really performing well. And, second half, we didn't really see it that much. But Russell Wilson is a top 10 quarterback. Good stats, he kind of plays, he's kind of a baby a little bit because of his O-line, We heard rumors that he's going to get traded to the Bears, the Raiders, the Cowboys, or even there. But we got Dak Prescott. But if we got Russell Wilson, I'll be a little upset about it. But either way, I didn't want Russ. Russell Wilson, he's a pretty good quarterback. When he gets O-line, he's really good too. So that's why he's in the top 10. Number 7, we have Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is very, very solid. He's a good elusive back. Not elusive back, but really good. He's a good scrambling back. He obviously didn't scramble as much this year as he did last year in his MVP campaign. Lamar Jackson, he doesn't have any receivers, and that's the only problem. And he doesn't really have that good of an arm, but sometimes Lamar Jackson will do really good when he's throwing, but sometimes he really sucks at it. But he's a really good scrambling back, and a lot of teams figured out how to stop him. That's why he wasn't good this year, but still Lamar Jackson's top 10. Number 6 is Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's career was wasted in Detroit, and if you're a Lions fan, it's true. You guys know it. Matthew Stafford had Kenny Galladay and Marvin Jones as his receivers this season. Actually last season, actually. Now that he's on the Rams, he has Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee, Cooper Kupp, Tutu Atwell, Cam Akers, Henderson, I think is their halfback, their backup one. He's pretty solid, so he has a lot of weapons. Good O-line. I mean, the O-line in Detroit was alright, but it wasn't the best. And Matthew Stafford, when he plays like a really good quarterback. You obviously saw this year, when you let it come back against the Falcons in that 1-minute drill. And he goes into the final 2 minutes or minute drill and he tries to go downfield and scores. He usually doesn't, and that's what I like. Number 5 is Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson lead the league in passing with no receivers. Didn't have DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, he got traded to the Cardinals for David Johnson, I think. Will Fuller was out for the most of the year. But when Will Fuller was there, he was pretty good too. Deshaun Watson, with no receivers, he still did good. I feel bad for him. I don't think he's going to get traded, though. I thought he was, but, the rumors are coming about the allegations. It's not my business, so I'm not going to really get into that. But that's his problem. He might hold out. The Texans did sign Tyrod Taylor, and they signed, Jeff Driscoll today. So if Tyrod Taylor doesn't perform, they have Driscoll. But that's if Deshaun Watson holds out, which could happen. Number 4, we have Aaron Rodgers. MVP, obviously top 5. And you guys are probably like, why isn't he top 3? I'm about to get to that in a minute. Aaron Rodgers, 50 touchdowns. Really good MVP candidate. Obviously, if he might get traded, but he might hold out. He wants an extension or something like that. But Aaron Rodgers is top 5 quarterback. I hate him a lot, but you have to respect him, what he does to the game. But Aaron Rodgers is really, really good. He knows how to sling the ball. He has Devontae Adams. He needs another receiver though. He has MVS, who isn't that bad. Alan Lazard, who isn't that bad either. Aaron Jones and Robert Tonyan, pretty good, solid. Number 3 is Josh Allen. You're probably wondering, why is Josh Allen higher than Rodgers? It's my opinion, like I said. Josh Allen, really, really good quarterback. We know the only problem with Josh Allen I have is that when he tries to get, like, the defense tries to sack him, he runs like 20 yards back. We saw it against the Colts this past playoffs. Saw it against the Chiefs in the playoffs. I think it happened one time against the Ravens. So all three of those playoff games, he got sacked tremendously. It hurt them in the Colts. Well, almost, because the Colts almost won that game, but Colts lost. And then the Chiefs game, they were down like 38-22. I don't remember the score, but it was pretty bad. It was like 2 minutes left. So, but Josh Allen, great receivers. Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, he was very underrated. You did have John Brown, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, and stuff like that. Number 2 is Tom Brady. I would put him at number 1, but you guys already know who number 1 is. Tom Brady, the GOAT himself, led the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl. People said he was washed. He's not good anymore. He's trash because of what he did in New England season ago or two. Tom Brady did put up like 40 touchdowns, 40 for 40, his age, stuff like that. But Brady is the GOAT. And he isn't the same Tom Brady as we saw like 5 seasons ago when he was like MVP. But Tom Brady was MVP, almost like he was in the MVP discussion. So, alright, number 1 is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's the best, quarterback. No, I'm joking. It's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. You're not, that team is just, I don't need to explain it. What he does, he's great. Patrick Mahomes is very solid. Best quarterback in the league. He won MVP his second year. Led the Chiefs to a 14-2 record, 12-4 last year, 12-4 the year before. And the year before that one, he was on the bench. But, he led the league in passing. Well, almost passing. I think he was like second behind Deshaun Watson. And, Patrick Mahomes had like 45 touchdowns or something like that. And he had like a lot of yards. So that's my opinions, and hopefully he enjoys. And make sure to sub to my boy Aiden B. So I put his link in the description. So that's my opinions. Thank you.